Hi everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to answer a frequently asked question on how to extend my Sue Wilson dies. So for this demo I'm going to use this Twinkle Star frame. A great one for beginners because you get an outer edge with some lovely stitch detail, a decorative edge, a background and another inner one so you can make frames, decorative edges, cut into your card blank fronts. Loads of options with this. So today I'm going to show you how to turn this rectangular die into a square die cut. Now I like making square cards, so I find this technique quite useful. So for this demo, the only die I'm using from this set is this large decorative piece. Now first of all, I'm going to cut it out of a big sheet of A4 card. Now for this technique, you want a die which has got a repeating pattern. So these stars are perfect for that. So I'm looking here, I can see my pattern coming here, but then it changes here because of this part. So I don't actually want to cut this bit. So what I'm going to do, when I send it through my machine, I can do one of two things. I can roll it through, stop here, and come back. That's quite a bit of guesswork. So what I'm going to do is place my die down. Turn it this way, it'll be easier. Now I want to cut up to here. So I'm going to put my plate over the part I want to cut. Now you can see this bit here has no plate on it. So it's not going to cut because there's nothing to push it into the cardboard. Now because we're using the edge here, there's not going to be as much pressure. So you may have to send it through a couple of times. So I'm just going to do that now. Just dropped it. Just put it back together. So I'm just putting my plate up to where my repeat ends. I'm sending it through. And back. So I'm doing it one more time. And hopefully, yep, you can see it's cut, but where the plate ended, it's just stopped sort of midway through the cut. So I'm just going to get the pieces out. I can tidy that up later. So there's the first half. Now I want to make sure I've taken all the bits out because I'm going to use this die again, but move it down. So that starry point and this starry point are going to hopefully slot into position. Now it's locked in place there. So I'm just going to take some tape this time because I don't want it to move when it's going through the machine. Now I've already cut here, so the only bit I actually need to cut is up to where you see the cardboard here. So this time I'm going to put my die cutting plate there and just cut up to there. You can look on the back and check if it's slotted back into place. I can see that it is. So now I'm just cutting the second half. Again, send it through and back a couple of times. And when I turn it over, you can see that we have completed the square. Just tidy up the last few bits. So it sounds complicated, but as you see, actually it's pretty easy. Just remember to only put your cutting plate where you want it to cut. Now obviously the cutting edge that came with this die now does not fit. So I went and looked in my double pierce squares and I found that B2 fitted nicely for what I wanted. Obviously if you want a bigger border, you just use a bigger square. So I'm now going to cut my B2. Just help it go through the machine. I'm just going to trim my cardstock down. Just get that a little bit out. I should have said, when I said my B2, what I mean is I've gone to Pierce Squares set B, second one in, and I've just used a permanent marker to mark mine, just so I find it easier to find what I need. And there we are. A great border made from the rectangle, which is great for an 8x8 card. So I went back to my stitch squares, found the next one up, a simple mat and layer, put on some poinsettias, quick Christmas card, could be birthday, could be anything with this one. Now, I looked through my collection, and here I've got the Atlantic Ocean. Now, as you can see, this has got a repeating pattern as well. So I can move that up to there. Oh, the photo is a different size to the die. And you get that. It's not a perfect match if you look very, very closely, because it does cut a little bit extra there, but who's going to notice that? So with this one, it's just a little bit more fiddling, just because it's more decorative. But as you can see, it is possible to turn a really decorative square into a really nice rectangle shape. Hope you found that useful, and hope to see you again.